So just because you are retired, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't still make money. Hello everybody, this is Ronan Blue, just taking my daily walk here today. And today's topic would be on how to make money in retirement. So starting this YouTube channel was one of the ideas that came up, and I thought I would have never been able to start this YouTube channel only because I was an introvert. And I wasn't especially very good at articulating my thoughts, and on top of that I had to talk right into a camera as well. But I have definitely become used to YouTube and talking to the camera like so, and I found out it isn't just for extroverts. Introverts could easily start a YouTube channel as well, and some introverts don't feel as uncomfortable talking to a camera either. It kind of makes sense because I'm here by myself. You know, and having to create a YouTube channel was just one of the ideas that we found, but there's plenty others, and in today's vlog that's what I want to talk about. All of the different methods that people use in retirement to create a passive income stream, or you know, just to supplement the income that they already are generating, maybe from their social security benefits, or investments from their stock portfolio, or maybe rental income, just by looking up a lot of different resources, because a lot of people out there do have a lot of time on their hands, and they don't mind sharing what they found that could potentially make money for you as well. It's fun to try out too, a little bit of experimentation, somewhat like a hobby, because you are in retirement, and what's there to lose anyways. But one thing that we have tried is those online surveys, and sometimes those only take about 15 minutes for you to complete, but of course you can spend a lot more time on them as well. You can spend the whole entire week if you wanted to, and you get paid in cash for it. But the thing was, it was a little bit time consuming for us. Survey Junkie is one that we used, but there's a whole bunch of other places. But you want to do your due diligence for a lot of those companies, because yeah, just make sure that they have a good reputation before you start anything. That would be freelance writing. So for that you can write for blogs, or you can do proofreading as well. There's a number of different resources you can look through and find that people are willing to pay you for doing work that they don't necessarily like doing. But it's very popular just for the fact that you can work from home. You can work as a digital nomad. For those who don't know what a digital nomad is a person who obviously doesn't have a home. They move from one location to the other, and they can work from exotic places like in Southeast Asia, in front of a beach or something like that, and they get paid for having to work from those locations, and they work from locations where they love to spend their time at, and it's a pretty fabulous lifestyle. You can also start a blog as well. For that you just have to figure out what platform you want to use and figure out how to monetize it, and you can talk about your adventures. You know, there's some people who have stories about getting into a RV and traveling to all of the states in the United States, and there's a lot of content there to talk about, and a lot of people would be interested in that, because that's probably a dream of a lot of people who are retired, to travel around the United States in RV and not having any place that's holding them down. So they just travel from one place to the other, writing about their experiences and how they feel, and they just share it with the community around them. So a blog is a great way to really express your passions and showing others a different perspective of life. And another way would be to sell photos. If you have a camera lying around, you just pick it up and start shooting away. Of course, you have to grow in skill to be able to make those cinematic shots, but there are certain companies that will pay for your photos as well as your videos, like Shutterstock. What happens there is you just post a picture up on their website, and people pay royalties for it, and you get paid till forever pretty much. But of course, some of those sites do have their rules in place for the types of pictures and videos that you do take. So a lot of the pictures do get rejected, but let's say out of 100 pictures, probably about 1 or 2 gets accepted in, and you can get a steady little income from people wanting to use your photo and video. So it's a great way to make that money as well in retirement. Option for you is to become a tutor. Now, a lot of you spent years looking to perfect your professions, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that would love to learn your skill of being a no-to person for a particular subject. So there's a lot of people who actually go as far as making these online courses, and they sell them as well. So being a tutor requires you to actually meet the person and sit down with them and charge them on an hourly basis. So there's definitely potential there as well that you can do in retirement. You can also start a class as well. Yeah, just imagine a whole room full of potential students, whether it be in exercising, like in yoga, or it could be in painting as well, or gardening, and it works perfect with your hobbies as well. So it keeps you motivated and teaching others what you've learned over the years for a hobby that you love doing. So teaching would be definitely something that you could consider doing in a local community and getting paid for it. Another thing you can do is pet sitting. So that's very popular actually. Everyone has a cat and dog, or a lot of us do. And we're always going on vacation. So we want to look for people who can take care of your pets. And sometimes those cat hotels are a little bit pricey, but so you can be competitive and lower your prices, and you'll probably be giving more affection to that pet as well. But the advantage you have there is that you'll be able to give 100% of your attention to the owner's pet. Not like those cats or dog hotels where they're pretty much put into a room for weeks on end sometimes, hardly getting any attention per day. So because the attention has to be split up among all of the pets within that establishment. But another option you have is to start Airbnb. Now, in the beginning, Airbnb was not trusted, like a lot of those new types of innovations that people come up with. But now everyone knows of Airbnb, and you can start it up yourself as well, just by advertising maybe a spare room that you have, or maybe you have a condo somewhere that is left empty. So why don't you go ahead and start an Airbnb? And it's quite simple to do as well. But what people do is they have this security lock that can be adjusted. So every time there's a new tenant, it just gets reset. And also if you want housekeeping to come in, it also gets reset. And your place is always kept in prime condition, because you just have to have your housekeeper go in and clean in and make sure everything is in order. You don't actually have to be there at all. So it's pretty much low maintenance, and maybe you have to see your place once in a while, but it just brings in good money while in retirement as well. I've actually heard of people becoming personal shoppers as well. So some professionals just don't have time to go shopping, so they just have these services where they have people go and shop for them, like grocery shopping as an example. So you just go around shopping, and if you like shopping and if it's a hobby of yours, it might work out well for you. And plus you're in retirement anyways, so you just go ahead and grab their list and look for this stuff and deliver it to them, and that's about it, and you get paid for it. But another thing you can do is to sell handmade products, and also used products as well, like a reseller. So if you're skillful and you know how to make certain products yourself, like I've seen people who make leather products, and they do quite well selling them online. You can also do that as well. Just take advantage of the skill set that you have and use resources like eBay or Etsy. There's a number of different websites you can use, and for reselling, you just have to visit those thrift shops, and if you have a keen eye in finding brand name products, then that could probably sell for a higher price than what the thrift shop is selling. Then you could go ahead and post those online as well. And you just have to learn how to package those products and send it off to the person who wants to buy it. And yeah, in retirement, it might be a good way for you to make money that way as well. And another very popular one would be by using Uber or Lyft. So for that, all you need is a good car with 4 doors on it. And if you like driving, then it's a great way to make that extra money as well. So, and everything is already sort of provided for you. All you need to do is pass their test, and it isn't very difficult from what I hear. And just use your app to pick up and drop off your customers. And it really all depends on you and how long you want to do it. Some people, they only do it once or twice a day, and some people do it all day long. They even eat in their vehicles, but the potential is there to make quite a lot. But of course there is that wear and tear of your vehicle, so you want to watch out for that. So you definitely don't need to just stick to those part-time jobs, those traditional ones, as a cashier or in a restaurant or in a store. Don't think that those are the only options out there. There's a whole bunch of options that are available through just the use of technology. And if you do a little bit of research, or hopefully all of the points that I mentioned today would be helpful for you to find that way for you to start that side hustle to make some money in retirement. But I think I'll end my vlog here today. Tell me what you think of all of the methods I spoke today on how you can make extra money in retirement in the comment section below. If you like this vlog, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more of my coming content here. Thank you for watching my vlog. Be free, gain wealth, and travel far.